A woman can put her ass on Instagram and make more money than the man that built the road to get to where we're going. That's a big issue with society. And I think that's men's fault. There's not enough strong men out there that could lead a woman. Men have to understand that life is going to be difficult.
Yep.
They're going to have to fight their ass.
I want to make sure that we're careful to piece together exactly the argument here. So when I say that we have societal decay and it's tied to masculinity, are we in agreement with that?
100%.
Okay. So then as we begin to tease apart, what does that mean? The first thing you went to was they're not being appreciated. Social media sort of blasts that out. You see all these images, not of hardworking, blue collar, I'm putting that word in your mouth, but sort of hands in the dirt, doing something hard. That's no longer being celebrated. Instead, it's the crypto pump, whatever.
That, and I say this a lot, is that a woman can put her ass on Instagram and make more money than the man that built the road to get to where we're going. I think that's a big issue with society. And I think that's men's fault. I think this whole thing is actually the fault of weak men.
Okay, so why is putting your ass on Instagram a problem?
Because in a lot of ways, how is a man ever going to be able to be with a woman that is showing herself all over the internet and still garner her respect if he doesn't shut it down?
Okay, let's really answer that question. So garnering her respect does not feel like there would be any problem if your girl is, I'm assuming we're talking OnlyFans here. Your girl has an OnlyFans account. She's putting her ass out there. She has been given a gift from God, or she's working on it, and she's in incredible shape, and men are responding.
And in many cases, she's going to make more money than the average guy.
Which is fine. What I don't understand is, well, not true.
Yeah, I would argue that it's not fine for their dynamic, probably.
Okay, so the base assumption that I hear you say is that their dynamic will not be successful, and we'll need to define success in a second, but their dynamic will not be successful. She won't be able to respect him. Is that where you're going? Because she earns more money, she's in
I think in most cases when the woman makes more than the man, then there's a bit of an issue.
Okay.
And you see it quite a bit. I don't think that's a crazy statement.
It's interesting. I don't think it's a crazy statement, but there's a follow-on statement, which is, but what's the alternative? Because I live by a motto: never ask someone to slow down so that you can lead.
I agree. I agree with that completely. And here's another thing. I don't judge those women on OnlyFans. I think in the past I might have put a light out there that I do. Actually, I don't, because in my opinion, there's not enough strong men out there that could lead a woman for all of the women that probably make money on OnlyFans to find somebody they can look up to. I do think that's very important in a relationship dynamic, that the woman does look up to the man in some way. I do think that's very important. I think that's very primal as well.
Do you think it's important that men look up to the women in some way?
I think it's important that they love and respect them. You know?
But there's a clear distinction for you between.
There's a clear distinction who the leader is. Respect equals love, right?
I'll take that in that you believe that.
I do believe that. Okay. I'd love for you to challenge it. So you don't think if your woman doesn't respect you, she doesn't love you?
I don't think I love everyone romantically that I respect.
No, of course not. That's not what I'm saying. Like, respect equals love in the sense that if a woman can't respect you, she's probably not going to love you. And as she starts,
just so I can be clear.
And in many situations when a woman goes to leave, she has lost respect for that man in some way. I do believe that.
Yeah, respect I would say is necessary but not sufficient for a long-term pair bond. Will you give me that?
I'll give you anything.
Okay.
But what do you think is though? What do you think is though?
What do I think is the whole cocktail?
Yeah. What do you think is the cohesion that keeps a man and a woman together?
So, and we're now really jumping to right where I think my disconnect is with what word? Red pill is what people are going to apply to you.
I know.
You seem to sidestep that. So what word would you put on your stance if you had to put it under an umbrella?
I believe the more strong men we build in this world, the better for men, and as a result, the better for women.
Okay, so we'll call that, instead of calling it red pill, we'll just say it's like the JWaller philosophy.
Or whatever, yeah. Call it whatever you want. It's just, men have to understand that life is going to be difficult. Yep. They're going to have to fight their ass off to get in a position to be able to find a partner that looks up to them, respects them, that can lead a family and feel fulfillment in being the leader of that family. I think that's very natural for every man to want to be the leader of the household.